So conic sections here. The chapter name is conic sections. So this is a very important part for PUC first year as well as PUC second year. So especially in this year they are deleted from this syllabus here because of pandemic coronavirus. For that reason, in this year they are deleted the portion here. In this year only. But in PUC second year it is a very necessary year. Because in the calculus part, especially in integration, so we are finding area between two curves here. Here you know about parabola and ellipse. You should know the properties of a parabola and property of ellipse, then only can solve the examples in PUC second year. Therefore, this is a very important part here, conic section. So I will explain about what is a conic section here. Okay. So just observe the diagram here. Consider a figure O is the vertex of the solid cone, double cone here. This is one cone and this other cone here. Inverted cones are there. Two inverted cones and those are solid cones here. Not hollow cones, those are solid cones. Just like a carrot here. Okay. I am showing you this result. So this one carrot here. This is one more carrot. Two solid cones are there. Okay. Like that here. AOB is the axis. In this case, here metal rod itself is the axis here. Okay. So in this case, AOB is the axis and alpha. This is the angle alpha here. It is a semi-vertical angle. The section of the cone by a plane perpendicular to it is a axis is the circle here. The section of the cone by a plane perpendicular to its axis is the circle. Suppose the cone here. So you cut that carrot perpendicular to that axis here, then you will get a circle like this here. You will get a circle. Okay. Therefore, if you cut a cone perpendicular to this axis here, then you will get a circle like this here. Okay. Next, if the cone is cut by a plane which makes an angle beta is equal to alpha, this is alpha here. Okay. You take this cone here, you cut a cone like that here using a knife. Okay. Here you take this cone here, take a knife and cut like this here. And this angle alpha and this angle beta both must be equal here. If alpha and beta equal, then you will get a curve here, that is a parabola here. Just I will show you. Okay, I am taking this carrot here, take a knife and cut like this here, you will get such type of diagram here. So this is what here? Parabola here. Okay, so here as well as here also, here there is a parabola. Okay, parabola here. Therefore, here this angle is alpha, this angle is a beta. If these two angles are equal here, then there is one curve here. That curve is called a parabola here. Similarly, take a cone here and cut the cone in this direction here. Okay, so just observe here. I am taking this cone. So cut the cone in this direction here. So this is alpha here and this angle is beta. So angle between the axis and this one here, it is a beta here. So therefore in this case, if beta is greater than alpha, if this angle is greater than alpha, then you will get one curve here. That curve is itself ellipse here. Just observe here. I am taking the cone, cut in this direction here. So we get a just observe here. So there is ellipse here, like this. It is a ellipse. Okay. Similarly, in the third case here, fourth case here, if the cone is cut by a plane which makes angle alpha, beta less than alpha. Okay. So here take a knife here and cut in this direction here. So this angle is a beta, this angle is alpha here. If alpha is greater than beta or beta is less than alpha here. If beta is less than alpha here with the axis, then the section is the hyperbola. So here you will get one curve here and here also one curve here. So both curve it is said to be a hyperbola. Okay. So take a knife and cut in this direction here. Then here is angle beta here. So beta is less than alpha. In that case, you will get a curve this side as well as this side here. So both together here, the curve both together, it is called a hyperbola. There are 4 cases here. One is a circle, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. These are all sections of a cone here. Hence, chapter name itself is the conic section here. So if you cut the cone perpendicular to the axis here, then you will get a circle here. If you cone cut by the plane here, if beta is equal to alpha, then you will get a parabola. Again you take a plane and cut like this here, such that beta is greater than alpha, then you will get an ellipse. Again you cut two inverted cone here, such that beta less than alpha here, then you will get a hyperbola. So these are all sections of cones here. As the chapter name itself is the conic section here. So as a parabola, ellipse, hyperbola and a circle are sections of a cone by a plane. By plane means line itself by a plane here. These curves are known as conic sections here. These are all conic sections here. Definition of a conic here. So this is here line, fixed line here. S is the one fixed pointer. P is the variable point here. It's a coordinate x, y. In the diagram, in the figure, L is the fixed line. S is the fixed point here. S is a fixed pointer. A point P moves in the plane such that its a distance from S bears a constant ratio to its distance from the line L here. The locus of the point P is called a conic here. Okay, here PS divided by PM. It's a constant. The ratio PS upon PM is always a constant here. It is called a conic. The locus of the point P is called a conic here. Locus of a point means it is a moving point it moves under the given condition here. Locus of a point means it is a moving point and it moves under the given condition here. It is called a locus here. In this case, in this section, the locus of the point P is called a conic here. So this is a definition here. Definition of a conic. Thus, a conic is the locus of a point in the plane such that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point in the plane to its distance from a fixed line in the plane is a constant. Means PS upon PM. PS means distance of the point from the fixed point here, and PM is what it is a distance from the fixed line here. Its ratio is a constant. PS upon PM is a constant here. The fixed point S is called a focus, fixed line L is called a directrix here. The ratio PS upon PM is called eccentricity, and this eccentricity is denoted by E, small e here. Okay. So if the eccentricity E of a conic is equal to 1 here, that is equal to 1 means PS upon PM is equal to 1 here, or take a PM, that's here PS equal to PM. If PS and PM both are equal here, then the conic is called a parabola here. Then the second note here, if the eccentricity of a conic is less than 1, eccentricity less than or PS upon PM is less than 1 year or PS less than PM. PS is less than PM, then the conic is called ellipse here. If the eccentricity of a conic is greater than 1, means E greater than 1 or PS upon PM greater than 1 or PS greater than PM, then the conic is called hyperbola. If PS is greater than PM here, then the conic is called hyperbola. The circle is regarded as a conic of eccentricity 0 here. It is a particular case here. So these are very important note here. So definition of a parabola. Parabola is the locus of a point which moves such that its a distance from the focus is equal to its a distance from the directrix here. Okay, you choose any point here. All those points are equidistant from focus S and the directrix L here. Here PS must be equal to PM here. Choose any point on the curve here. All those curves are equidistant from focus S and the directrix L here. This is the definition of the parabola. So I am proving the equation of this parabola here. Therefore, this is the diagram here. Here S is the focus, L is the directrix here, O is the origin, P XY is the point on the parabola. Join PS and draw PM perpendicular to the directrix L here, and also draw PN perpendicular to this x-axis here, and take OS is equal to A unit, OZ is also A unit here. As the coordinate of S is a comma 0, coordinate of Z becomes minus a comma 0. Now you can use the distance formula by distance formula here. By distance formula, we have PS is equal to root of x minus a whole square here, then plus y minus 0 whole square. So y minus of 0, it's a square here. Therefore this is equal to root of x minus a whole square is x square minus of 2ax plus a square here, then plus y minus 0 is y itself here, so square is there, so it is a y square here. So this is a PS here, and from the diagram here, PM is equal to, let observe this diagram, PM is equal to this NZ here, PM is equal to NZ, and NZ can be written as ON plus OZ here. So ON plus OZ. Here ON is there, so ON is equal to x because coordinate of P is what here, x comma y. Here x denotes this distance here. This distance is x. Y denote this PN. PN height is y here. So ON is x and PN is y. Yes, ON is x. So write here x. So write here x plus, and here OZ taken as a. OZ is equal to a. So write here a. Therefore PM is equal to x plus a. This is x plus a. Then by definition of a parabola, by definition of a parabola, so that what they give here, distance from the focus is equal to distance from the directrix. Means PS is equal to PM here. PS is equal to PM. This is the right definition here. But PS is this here. So root of x square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square is equal to, and PM is x plus a. So right here x plus a. Then squaring on both sides here. Squaring on both sides. Therefore here square root and square cancels, remaining is here x square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square is equal to x plus a whole square. Then expand this right side terms here. So write x square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square is equal to, so x square plus a square plus 2e into x here. Here x square and a square, x square and a square get cancels here. Take minus 2x right hand side here. So y square is equal to 2ax plus 2ax becomes 4ax here. So this is the equation of the parabolas. Okay. So here x axis is the axis here, y axis is the tangent to this parabola at origin here. In this case, equation of the parabola is y square is equal to 4ax here. This derivation is very important here. Remember it here.